Hello YouTube. There aren't any armbar videos on how to use flying armbar with a created fighter, so I'm going to show you how to do that. As proof that this is not one of those fake loads of bullcrap, I've made two fighters. Let me go, Maia, this guy. He's the one that will be performing. He basically is, when you create a new fighter, that's what he is, except for the fact that I maxed out his submission skills to ensure that it is successful, and I gave him the technique that is needed for the flying armbar, as you can see. Oops. Sorry guys. And then I got... he is a template. I think, yes, this guy. They're both light heavyweights. The template is exactly the same, except he has no techniques and all of his stats are at 1. Now, I'm going to actually show the move in action. And this is the guy who will be performing it. And the man who will be tapping out to it is this guy. Okay, so the guy I'm playing as has a single technique, which is the technique you need to learn for the flying armbar. And I'm going to prove that it works and hopefully get it in one shot. It's going to be a charge submission, and I'm probably not going to cut out any of the loading time either, because, you know, I want to prove it's legit for the idiots that'll go, oh, OMG, LOLs, this is so fake. And they hadn't even tried it, but oh well. On PS, it is 9:09 p.m. Central, and it's the and it's the 9th of February. So, or September. Where did February come from? So this may be a glitch, and it may be removed in a patch. So, as you can see, clearly both created fighters. So, I would normally recommend making a title fight if the guys actually have stats, because a 5-round fight, it's easier to wear him down and submit him. Now, I'm going to prove that this is legit, and you do the single collar tie, and it's just like in the last game. And see from here, charge submission. As you can see, he tapped out. Once again, all the guys have like 1 cardio and everything, and your classic run-of-the-mill basic characters outro. Now, you can't hear it because I'm recording from my microphone, but basically, they mentioned that, unlike in the last game they were just calling an armbar, Rogan and all mention in the game, when it's attempted, while it's being attempted, and even say it's a candidate for submission of the night, they mention it as a flying armbar, not just an armbar. Now I'm going to show you how it's done. Many people copy the Brazilain Jiu Jitsu template because it has it, but they don't quite know which move it is. And I'm going to show you because it's the one move I have on the guy. Let's find him. And as you can see, I'm very big on Creative Fighter. So, many people copy the Brazilain Jiu Jitsu template because it has the flying armbar. However, many people don't realize that it's a technique that you can just put on there and have everything else on there. I have freaking Jaeger from Ultimate Fighter with a flying armbar just because it looks cool. So, as you can see, this is the guy. And the technique, which you're about to see, is armbar from top of mount. Now, it's weird because, look, it's the only technique I have. And check it out, the funniest thing is that it's disguised as something else, and it does do that, and it being a special submission, it has a bit more chance of success than a normal one. But actually, this, as you see, is the only technique he had. Armbar from mount top. It is, yes, it's an assigned move, let's go through and see it, it is in the submissions category. The Americanas are the ones around it. And the level of your flying armbar is determined by what level the technique I just showed you is at. So, that's how you get a flying armbar in your character, or your creative fighter. From there, all you have to do is, and this works in career mode too, but you have to know what gem that it can be found at, which it should be very simple and common. And as soon as you do this, it's just like in 2009. If you don't know how to do it in 2009 because you didn't play or something, you know, simply get into the single collar tie clinch, which I showed you, which is a generic move for all characters. And creative fighters, both in-game and creative fighter, except for Anderson Silva. Hold the special button, being L1, and flick towards them on the right stick. This will put you in the clinch. Anderson Silva, however, goes straight to the Muay Thai clinch. From there, hold this L1 button for a special move, or a special technique, whatever you want to call it. From there, all you have to do is click in on the right stick as if you were doing a normal submission. And from there, you may have to click it a couple times. But if you click it a couple times and you have the right technique, your character will execute a flying armbar. And from the flying armbar position, it's an incredibly badass submission. And they improved the camera angles and all to make it look even better this year. However, if you do not if you can't wear them down enough and it isn't a high enough level technique, it doesn't matter how cool it looks because you'll, of course, fail it. Warning also that charging submissions takes out a lot more stamina, or total energy, I guess I should say, than shining. If you don't know what these mean, look somewhere else. I'll do a tutorial later. But, that's all for now. Thank you. Rate, comment, subscribe, all nicely, of course. And I don't know if there's a mean way to subscribe, but, oh well. Thank you, guys.